I think this album and the reissue is very very good, superb album and reissue, but somehow not that popular. I think underrated too. Hi, this is Takashina from Jazz Blues Japan. Yeah, as I said, the album I will share with you today is a great album itself, and the reissue is also great. The pressing quality and the sound quality really, really superb, but somehow underrated. The album is this. Yeah, this is the Duke Jordan Signal 1. I think the album was released in the mid 50s, 1955, I think, on the label, just a small label called Signal, right? And at that time, Duke Jordan was not that popular, but I think he's one of the best jazz pianists. I love him very much. And as you know, there is a legendary album, a little album of Duke Jordan on Blue Note, Flight to Jordan. But this one, I don't know, it's not that popular to compare to the other. Actually, Duke Jordan has very few, leader albums, including this one, on the Signal. I don't know why, but yeah, somehow, yeah, of course, later years, he released great albums like, Flight to Denmark, but in the early years, like, 50s and the 60s, I don't think, he released, many albums, just few, really. Anyway, he is also one of the underrated jazz pianists, I believe. But anyway, going back to the topic of this album, as I said, this Duke Jordan Signal 1 was released under the label Signal, and they just compiled the early sessions of Duke Jordan with the other jazz legends like Art Blakey on drums, and all of these sessions present here are very good, and the recording condition, some of the tracks, I think is not that superb, but still the reissue of this one is a reissue by the Nippon Phonogram. This album, by the way, this album was really really popular here in Japan, and Duke Jordan 2 was a very very popular jazz pianist here in Japan, but not outside of Japan at that time, I believe. So that's why here in Japan there are many versions of reissue of this great album, Duke Jordan Signal 1, and this reissue particular by the Nippon Phonogram was released, I think, in the 80s. Yes, in the 80s. And as you know, Nippon Phonogram was the company that reissued many great Mercury or MRC, jazz albums. Yeah, all of those great albums were reissued by the Nippon Phonogram, in the 70s and in the 80s. So surely, this Duke Jordan Signal 1 reissue is also great, in terms of the pressing quality and the sound quality. The only downside of this, reissue is that they used the Arista label, not the Signal original label design. That's one downside. Otherwise, the rest is just perfect for me. And yeah, to compare to the other reissues here in Japan, I think Nippon Phonogram reissue is very good in terms of the pressing quality and sound quality. Really, really superb. So I just wanted to say to you that this is a great Duke Jordan early session album, but somehow not that popular, So I do recommend you, in case you know this album, but you haven't listened to this album deeply. I recommend you to, get it and listen to it deeply, again and again. You will discover the greatness of Duke Jordan, in this album too. Yeah, Duke Jordan, Signal 1. A great, great album and a great reissue by the Nippon Phonogram. Okay, that's it. Lastly, I always keep praying, wishing you guys, family members, co-workers, everybody to be safe in this unusual situation. Please continue staying safe, and thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time.